Hi, everyone. What's up? What's up? Listen, tonight is one of my favorite conversations. It's one of my favorite topics. It's all about the money. And tonight we're going to talk about the money. I'm hoping that technical difficulties will not get in our way. I hope you notice the new feature at the bottom corner where you can see the comments on the screen as well on the stage. And hopefully you can hear me. Please put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Please put a one in the chat, or if you can't, put a two in the chat for me before I continue. I see some people in the building. Hey, no, that's me. Hey, Moni, Juliet, good to see you. Hey, Ebad. Hey, Jackie's Journey. Thank you, Jackie, for letting me know. Yesterday was a huge glitch. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you joining. I appreciate the continued commitment as this week we go into a blitz. We are in the midst of a blitz. Today is Thursday. We've gone live every day since. No, we didn't do Monday. We started on Tuesday. We did Sunday, I believe. Anyway, long story short, we are in a blitz on the lead up to our 1-year anniversary. I am super excited about Monday, November 10th, where we are going to come together just to celebrate the moves that you guys have been making, to celebrate like I said, whatever progress, slow progress is better than no progress. So be here on time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. There may be a few giveaways. We shall see. But I don't want you to just come for the giveaways. I want you to come to celebrate this powerful movement that we have started together. And without further ado, we're going to get into the topic, y'all. Hopefully, that was another thing I realized that I hadn't updated us to learn how to follow the money during these times of chaos and see who's really profiting as this world falls apart, right? I wish I can get on a megaphone, like a Million Man March mega audience, and literally just scream this one tip to all of us, because so many of us are focused on the chaos and the confusion, but we're not focused on how we should be strategizing and preparing, right? I was looking at the timeline today. Oh, and we're going to talk about this. I don't know if you saw the news, but there's a message that's going around that, our president has come to the aid of the fat people. And he calls the people fat. So that's why I'm using that, right? By lowering the cost of the, what are GL1s or G1L, something like that, but the Wegovy's, all of that, I don't even know the names of it, but you know what I'm talking about. But those medicines, people are like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But always pay attention to the message. Pay attention to the money so we don't get hoodwinked and bamboozled. We can no longer just blame it on them. We have to take ownership. And so today, that's what this conversation is about. Let me know in the chat, how many of you know, if you know what the Magnificent Seven is, put a one in the chat. If you don't know what the Magnificent Seven is, put a 2 in the chat. Again, I like to know who I'm talking to, so I know exactly what points to bring up. But let's just get it started. In chaotic times, the best way to understand politics, power, and profit is to follow the money. I've been preaching this since I started this channel, way before I started this movement. I've been preaching this since the Investing for Independence community back in 2020, like no, 2021, I think was the public launch. February 2021. Yes. I've been preaching this because there are moves being made that we, again, rather you're an investor or not, rather you are a, student of finance and economics or not, these are basic things that we need to know. Um, okay, so no, I see two ones. You know the movie, Moni? Yeah, we're not talking about the movie tonight. We're talking about the stocks that are making this man a gazillion and his family a gazillionaire. It's the stocks that are making many people in the House and the Senate uber wealthy. They're the 7 stocks that are keeping this market up. And they all serve a purpose. And we're going to get into why these are important, right? So we need to discover who truly benefits when the world seems to fall apart and how hidden financial motives shapes every major event. So, of course, we're not going to have enough time to go through all of these motives, the money and the messages, but we're going to start with the basics. We're going to start with the foundation. Um Oh, did I introduce myself? Hey, y'all. I'm assuming all of y'all know who I am, but just in case you don't, hey, y'all, what's up? I am Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. On this channel, we talk all things wellness, travel, and money. That's right, money, honey, from a cultural standpoint, a cultural point of view. I'm a Black woman who knows some things. I talk to my people and I learn from my people. And whatever I see, I say. I want us all to win together. And so if you want to be part of a community like that, we call ourselves the Gem Nation. In order for you to be part of the Gem Nation, just go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You are a part of the Gem Nation. Once you do that, we are still on a quest. Listen, I have a goal of 50,000 subscribers because I know that means power and community. Even though I know all 50K won't be active, I know based on a 50K subscriber number, the algorithm is going to do what it needs to do. Even if you're not active, someone that looks like you will get the right message. And we're going to need these communities ever. And so I started off asking about the Magnificent Seven. I know Jackie's Journey knows about it because she's an investor as well. But let me just rattle off some companies. And some of these are not in the Magnificent Seven. This is not a investing course, but these are the companies that I want all of you guys to jot down and pay attention to. Amazon, Apple, Blackstone, Oracle, AMD, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Alphabet, also known as Google, Micron, Tesla, Palantir, Meta, and there's some others. We'll stop there. So let me just repeat those. And I'm also going to give you the stock ticker. You could rewatch this. You can take notes now. It's up to you. But Amazon, AMZN, that's the stock ticker. They are a cloud and AI growth company. That's how they're positioned now. They're not a bookseller anymore. They're not even defined really as a online shopping platform. Where their money is going to come from and where their power is coming from is through the cloud and AI. Apple, AI integration. Blackstone, deal development. Oracle, AI infrastructure. AMD, AI chips are supposed to be giving you the tickers. Apple, AAPL. Blackstone, BX. Oracle, ORCL. AMD, Microsoft, MSFT. NVIDIA, NVDA. Alphabet, GOOGL. Micron, MU. They're also AI chips. Alphabet, Search Cloud. NVIDIA, AI dominance. Microsoft, AI, like that's the overarching theme of the Magnificent Seven. And you could also say the same with Tesla and Palantir, even though Palantir is more about surveillance, but they'll be working with these other companies. And Meta, the same. I don't know if most of you, did you guys get the email about Meta now using AI to decide what you'll see on like Facebook platforms, et cetera, et cetera? I don't know if you got it or not, but I forgot it's starting like next month or something like that. I got the email. I might pull it up later. But these are the areas that I want us to pay attention to. These are the areas that they are paying attention to. These are the things that we need to know. And hopefully, hopefully, we will be able to stay ready. And again, I'll get more into that in a second. So only one person understood, two people, sorry, Ebad, I missed your, no, Ebad, I think that one was from before. So I think many of us in our community, we focus on the entertaining qualities of this information, right? So there was a news article that came out today. I'm going to pull it up. I think it's probably the first article that's on CNBC. Oh, no, it's second because Tesla just approved that man's package. But let's go ahead and showcase the news that, let me see what, let me find the biggest story. I mean, the biggest headline. Trump, Ozempic is I'll just say, yeah. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to pull this screen up so you can see how, if you just pay attention to the message and not the money, you will be hoodwinked and bamboozled each and every time. You will be hoodwinked and bamboozled each and every time. So let's just look at the headlines real quick. So here are some of the headlines. Trump announces lower prices for weight loss drugs, expanded Medicare eligibility. Trump punches new $35. Oh, no, sorry. That's not it. Trump says Medicare can now cover weight loss drugs like Ozempic. Trump's $150 Ozempic. Trump strikes deal to lower cost of weight loss drugs. I am so mad at the mainstream. As someone who, studied this and this was her career for the majority of her career, I am beyond frustrated. And we're going to talk about the message. So the message is indicating that a beautiful thing was done, right? A beautiful thing was done for people who need this medication for weight loss. But if you don't dig deeper and you only read the headlines, which unfortunately most of us do, or we get the news in the 7-second clip on TikTok or other platforms, then you're going to miss what's really going down. And so I want us to pay attention to what's really going down, and I'm going to share what's really going down. So there's a phrase basically about, and then we're going to get back to the Magnificent Seven too. So, but I just wanted to quickly talk about this because it's the latest news story. Did I stop sharing? Let me stop sharing. Uh-oh. I took both of us off the stage. I'm sorry. I took the the screen and as well as myself, but I really wanted to quickly just go over the the money ideology behind this. The money trail will show you that the companies who were forced to lower prices actually benefited more from the hidden concessions. They were being threatened with tariffs. They're also benefiting from regulatory speed, meaning they're going to have more flexibility to get things approved. I don't know if everyone's been hearing what's going on at the NIH, the National Institute of Health. It is a mass exodus. There is tremendous fallout because of what's happening now. Listen, that move in medical abroad workshop we did, y'all are going to need that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, y'all are going to need that. And it's just, it's scary if you don't know. It's scary if you don't know what's happening. It's scary if you only pay attention to the headlines and don't dig deeper. Let's get back to the follow the money. So we talked about the tariffs, we talked about regulatory speed, but they're going to benefit from the hidden concessions more so than the loss from the price reduction. So they're going to make more money by capitulating to this man who now has a RX company that when I say it out loud, it's just uncanny that we are here. But the news headline focuses on the visible price cuts while ignoring the invisible financial wins buried in regulatory exemptions and tariff protections. So they're going to be exempt from certain regulations. Y'all know I'm already talking about the FDA recalls and the food bans in other countries that we somehow can accept here. This falls in line with that. These drugs that are now going to be mass produced are not going to be mass produced the same way that they were with the checks and the balances that they used to have. So follow the money whenever something seems too good to be true, whenever something seems like it just doesn't make that much sense, especially during these times. The first question you should ask yourself is who's benefiting from this? Who? How is this going to benefit those that we know are looking for benefits? And then it will start to make sense. I'm going to get more into that as well. I'm wondering, should I just quickly go into the what you call it? The Magnificent Seven. So the other thing I want you to pay attention to before we get to the Magnificent Seven, pay attention to the Magnificent Seven and certain other companies. Pay attention to the companies that 47's family is heavily invested in and benefiting from. So remember, I talked to you about all of the companies that I just went over being somehow shaped, some way, shape, form, or fashion, being involved in AI or cloud and all of that. Many of the companies that is going to make this family super duper wealthy are also based in, if it's not direct to AI, it has to do with AI, so or cloud computing. So think of cryptocurrencies. You can't have cryptocurrency without having AI. You can't have cryptocurrency without having a cloud to store that information. Many of the companies, so think of, and I'm just gonna list a few of them. So the Trump organization overall is the main family business that has real estate, hotels, golf courses, etc. There's also now, many of you know, TMTG, which is the Trump Media and Technology Group, which was established in December of last year. And it's worth around it was worth around $4 billion when it launched in December of last year. Now, pay attention to this. The World Liberty Financial. It's a crypto venture co-founded by Trump's sons, Eric, Donald, and Barron, with 47 as co-founder. And I should know this word because I work with so many of them. I don't know why it's getting stuck, but the Emirates, not Emirates, he's the silent co-founder. And they own the majority stake. But they also have American Bitcoin Corp, which is a Bitcoin mining treasury company backed by Eric and Donald. If you don't know about Bitcoin mining, you cannot have Bitcoin without miners. You cannot, for me, if you're looking for smart investing opportunities, the areas that store versus the actual coin are way more valuable. The areas that hold the blockchain, and I don't want to get too granular and technical because I don't know who's listening. You don't know what blockchain is, you can look it up. I actually think I have something on my channel from years ago about it I think it's their crypto. But those are the areas that they are heavily investing in. And so there's also another one called Dominary Holdings. And it's involved in emerging tech and crypto investments. So, and I'm gonna tie this all together with the healthcare in a second with his other firm, Trump RX. But before I do that, let me know if you have any questions. Put them in the chat with a Q in front of it. I want this to be, as we lead into our celebration on Monday, I want this topic to be revisited because once again, as I also scroll, on different media platforms, I am so tired of the fights that are happening in our community. People are so dedicated to spending their time focused on the wrong things. And as part of the Gym Nation, our community, we're dropping gems over here. We're going to focus on things that are going to empower and or elevate us. And this is one of the areas. So again, you could do this on Google. You can research yourself. Pay attention. Take a list of the companies that their family is benefiting from. That's step one. There's other people I would recommend that you do that for as well, but let's just start there. And then now let's go into the Magnificent Seven. First, let me see if there's any questiones. Hey, LJ, glad you made it. Glad you're in the building. Hola, ¿cómo estás? So again, let's get into and I can't see the chat because I have, my notes. I am covering everything. But one of the areas that I want everyone to focus on is there are key individuals, just like with the family dynamic, the family of 47, there are key individuals that are part of 47's inner circle that have publicly traded companies. There are quite a few, but for the sake of tonight, we're just going to name a few names, and we're going to talk about how much they are worth or close to, and what their companies have done since November of last year when we first came together, and just right after the election of this man, because It gives such great insight as to if we pay attention, like this right here. Oh gosh, I'm so passionate about this because this is light work for them. Like people are making money hand over fist. People who weren't even making money before this. This is such light work for them. I want it to be light work for us. We still got time, y'all. Remember, the celebration for the 250th year of this country is July of next year. Trust you me, it's going to be booming. It's going to be booming. That man's not going to have it fail. He owns everything, right? I mean, well, they own everything. There's room to run, like we say in the investing community. There's still a lot of room to run, and I know what's going on with people and losing their jobs and being furloughed or fired, or even the disproportionate number of benefits that will be taken away from um, the people who it shouldn't be taken away from. Disproportionately poor people will feel the effects of this. Let's find solutions. Let's find solutions and strategies. But let's talk about, and if I have time later, I will pull up a chart or two, but maybe not. I might do a separate video for that. So let's just talk about who's in his inner circle. We'll start with Musk, because people don't want to believe that man's still in his inner circle. If you didn't see from this past election Tuesday and some of the candidates and some of the things that man said, stop looking at the smoke and mirrors. Stop looking at the fighting, the fighting that's happening, and pay attention to other things, right? And so that man's Tesla stock was in the toilet at the top of this year. It's not anymore. That's the main reason why he had to break away from what he was doing, because his main focus, his main company was bleeding. So Elon Musk, Larry Ellison, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Jensen Huang, and Michael Dell. These are like the tech bros, AI bros for the most part. Larry Ellison is actually the real estate. I want to get his exact. Damn, he old as I don't know what. He's not real estate. The Oracle, the company that is now going to be involved with the TikTok takeover. These are people in his inner circle. So again, I'm saying certain companies. Oracle was listed in the first list, or the list that I gave you. Well, he's the co-founder of that company and helping to take over pretty much TikTok, which is still not completely done. He's 81. I didn't realize. I mean, he looked it, but I didn't realize he was that old. So getting back to the list, you have Peter Thiel. These people are billionaires. Billionaires. Everyone that I listed so far is a billionaire or more. Steven Schwartzman, Tim Cook, Michael Rowan, Sam Altman, Lisa Su, there's quite a few. Jared Isaacman. Like there's certain people that are going to win no matter what, and they're stacking paper. They're stacking paper because there will, everything that goes up must come down. And this time when it comes down, with all the wars and the inflation and all of that, it's going to come down, which is another mindset we have to start to get ready for, because that's also opportunity. But anyway, so these are the people that's in his inner circle. And if you look at this past earnings season, only a couple of them didn't have their best performance right after earnings, but the majority of them did. You know what else? The majority of them are still based on most analysts strong buys. These companies are listed as companies to invest in. And these are the conversations we need to be talking about. So rather you're investing solo, rather you're investing with community, rather you're investing for your legacy, your child, your grandchild, your great grandchild, whatever. This is what we need to be planning for. This man said it on, and he wasn't lying. He said it on, what was it, 60 Minutes with Nora O'Donnell. Many people who started investing at the top of the year, their 401ks are up 100%. They have doubled. He ain't lying. Many people who have just done the bare minimum, conservatively invested, are up 40%. And I want us to know why and how, because right now, these companies can't fail. They won't fail. They're not going to fail. Even if they dip a little, they're going to bounce back up, because he's going to make sure of that. Also, most of these people have contributed significantly to the inauguration or some other type of donation this man was, demanding. So the largest, of course, we know was Elon. But there were many more who have contributed at minimum $1 million. But then there's the other companies like Apple that have committed like $100 billion to bring manufacturing here in the US, as well as Facebook has contributed or, pledged a certain amount of billions. I can't remember offhand. They are doing deals. They are making big deals. Now, we're going to get into how some of these companies have performed, but the ones that I listed earlier, and I'll do it again, are deemed still as very strong companies because of what they not even manufacture, what they, how they are going to contribute to his vision or the vision for this country. And so Amazon, Apple, Blackstone, Oracle, we talked about that. AMD, Microsoft, Nvidia, Alphabet, which is Google, and Micron are all still considered very strong buys, very strong companies to buy and invest in. After that, there's companies that are just moderate, like hold, and a lot has to do with some internal things, but Tesla, Palantir, TKO, which is, I think that's Dana White's company, Meta, Dell, and we'll stop there. We also have one of the most anticipated companies that is coming to the stock exchange, OpenAI. And we all know that's 100%. That's all AI. That is all AI, right? And so focus, and I know Hakeem would say this often, focus on where the hockey puck is going, not where it is right now. And before we celebrate on Monday, there's certain things that I just need to repeat and repeat again, because some of us are taking action. Shout out to the people who, were part of the MACA, Maximize Assets, Grow Abundance cohort. Shout out to the people in the RAIN Society. I just ask that even if you've already, came to the lives and got the information, rewatch, break it down. You don't have to, take your time on your commute, just listen, rewatch Hakeem's videos, but most importantly, take action. Because let's talk about the price range, the 52-week price range for these companies. And I'm just going to give percentages. Palantir up 333%. Last year, the stock was at $41. Currently at 177. I don't know what it closed at today. I'm not sure what it closed at today. $177. That's more than 4xing your money. Micron up 291%. These numbers are unusual, right? But they're not going to, because of the nature of what they do, it's unusual because we've never been in this accelerated space before for AI and cloud computing. AMD up 214% from June of last year. That it's currently at it's over 200. I think it hit 240 within the past week. In June of last year, it was $76. Dell is up 149%. NVIDIA, 145%. And there are some opportunities. Well, Amazon just jumped. So they were down a little, but just off of their last earnings, they jumped. So anyone who was at the inauguration, anyone who was in the room for that dinner that they had, which was more recent, but anyone that saw what took place at the beginning of this year and the companies that capitulated quickly with the DEI and everything else, the writing was on the wall. And again, I can't tell you guys to be about that action if I'm not about that action, right? The main reason why, and I've said this before, so if you've heard it before, my bad. The main reason why it was critical for me to, in February, remember, inauguration was January, those who pay attention and understand what's happening, got it. So February, the beginning of February, we launched the Maximize Assets, Grow Abundance cohort. And part of that cohort included understanding, because everybody, the buzzword then was the oligarchs, right? Oh, the oligarchs, they used to be called robin barons. Like, there's nothing new under the sun, right? So it just made perfect sense to make sure that our people would have access. Now, this is for, those who are serious. It was cheaply priced for a 10-week course. Not only did you get that information, you also got the information. We had the, and we're going to have this again as part of our RAIN Society, but there's tax strategies that we all should know about so that our money is not then just willy-nilly given with because not most of, but a good majority of us do. What is that? We don't itemize our taxes. Big mistake, huge mistake. There are so many, and especially now, there are so many protections that we should all have. Another reason why I went so hard with trying to get so many of us to start your own business, even if it's a small home-based business. I prefer for you to start a small home-based business if you don't have, the skill in brick and mortar and all of that, more risk there. So we're doing low risk, but there's so many tax benefits that come with that we don't take advantage of. And like I said, we have room to run. We do have room to run, but many of us are just going to sit on the sidelines. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm just thinking about the word room to run, when most of us are going to be sitting on a bench, right? Too many of us are going to be sitting on a bench. I just want to do videos that if someone sees it, and I don't care if it's 1%, right? I don't care if it's 1%. I hear the next year, Kim, thank you. Thank you so much because of you. And this has happened multiple times in multiple communities that I've built, including the Investing for Independence, including the Maximize Assets, Grow Abundance, including the Decode Your Talent, Design Your 5+ figure income, including the move in medical abroad. Like, the list goes on, including the RAIN Society. I just need one person to say, yo, You changed my life. Or you don't even have to say that, but thank you. A thank you will listen. All I need is a gracias, gracias, And so again, the information that's on this channel is not meant to be consumed by people who don't care about what's to come. But when cuts are happening, listen, I just had to cancel not a long awaited, but a trip that I was looking forward to this weekend, because New York airports are scheduled to be part of the airports that are getting the most cuts over this week, starting tomorrow. Ain't nobody got time to be flying in the air for 7 hours when my trip was only supposed to take 2, right? And nobody got time to be sitting at the airport for 12 hours. So I'm upset, a little sad about it. But again, understanding that I do want to also play that NIH thing, and it just hit me. But understanding that there's going to be some changes. There's going to be rapid changes, which is why we're doing these blitz, which is why we started with the blitz, which is why I'm still talking about this topic, right? Because a lot of us we'll get the information, we'll have the information, but we won't do anything about the information. And I don't know if you can see, let me see if you can see this. Listen, y'all think I keep this book right here? Oh, let me see. Can you see? Oh, let me see. It's the I Love My People book. Oh, there you go. I Love My People poetry book. Oh, actually, Kim is coming out with the children's version in February. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited for her. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna see if we could get her back. But Kim Singleton, the author of I Love My People, I've been giving this out. I keep it, different places in the house, because through all of this, it keeps me going, even when I don't want to. So, okay, I see some questions, and then we'll get back to the healthcare and the NIH. You're from Birmingham. You're a new viewer, and I love your content. I'm looking forward to learning as much as you have to share. Oh, welcome, Quinta. I love that name. I love Quinta Brunson. Well, I love this show. Yes, QQQ. Are you saying it's better to invest in Bitcoin mining instead of BTC? So let me do a disclaimer. Thank you for that question. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a fiduciary. I do not give information I don't share information for advice or to say what anyone should do. Any investments have risks. So I just need to do that for legal reasons, right? Y'all ain't coming back and suing me, right? What I am saying is, and I wish I could remember verbatim what Hakeem said in the Rain Society, but he gave a reference. If you're going through, if the investments are like cars going through a toll booth, right? Does it make sense to invest in the Fords that's going through the toll booths, or the Mazdas that's going through the toll booths? Or are you going to invest in the companies that have to put up the toll booths, right? Or that manage, and he didn't say it like that, it was much more eloquent. But he gave the analogy that because he's not a, he does not recommend crypto, like he does not recommend like Bitcoin, let's just say that. But he is not adverse to the companies, and I'm the same way. Like when it comes to the companies, Ether to me is less risky. Ethereum is less risky to me, or less volatile than a Bitcoin or a Dogecoin or whatever. Now, you may have the spikes up and down with those. Bitcoin is a little more stable, but like the Doge and the other coins. But Ethereum, you can't run crypto without Ethereum. Like, what are the natural metals that make these platforms useful or usable? So you want to take that back. I look in areas that if I believe that this product is, going to grow, what is making those products run? What do those products need in order to run? And to me, that is where, to me, that is a safer and sometimes more lucrative, because even if that one thing goes away, that one brand, so let's say there's no more Fords going through the toll booth, you done invested all your money in Ford cars, now Fords are banned from the toll booth, you're SOL, right? So um yeah. Question: how can you learn to trade stocks? I think coins, but you have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. So let me say this, and people in the Rain Society know this. We are going to teach how to trade, because I'm also a trader. I've been a trader for years. Andrea, many of you know, we have a trading community, had a meeting last night. Every Wednesday we meet. I believe in trading, but I also know that to trade options, highly risky, highly volatile, you will lose money. You will lose money. Ain't no doubt about it. And most people cannot mentally handle, heck, most people can't mentally handle regular investing. But when it comes to options, if your mindset, if you have not mastered your mindset, I don't highly recommend it, right? And the people that I work with options, they have to have a lot of money. They have to have a lot of FU money. And when I say a lot, I mean like five figures. And so um I think that, oh, what I was saying is I believe that trading equities, meaning not options, so stocks, right? You take shares and you buy low and sell higher for income, is a smarter way. So I'm going to be announcing that on Monday as well. So if you don't, so we're doing that in the Rain Society, but we're also going to have a workshop for people outside of the Rain Society to join. But if you're in the Rain Society, that's part of the curriculum. The date will be announced shortly, and then we'll have a workshop. It's going to be a paid workshop, because listen, what I realized doing free courses for so long, I'll just leave it at that. So when it comes to certain things, like I'll do this all day, every day for free, right? But when it comes to certain things that I know are going to require a lot of patience, a lot of answering questions, a lot of demonstration, and a lot of time, there will be a fee for the workshop. So that will be announced on Monday during our 1 year live. I may even post it in the community tab too. You would say, if you have family, pull your resources together. You think things are going to get really tough, don't spend needlessly. You're right, Pearl Girl. Things will get tough for many, which is why I'm doing many. Yeah, many that don't know how to strategize, right? So again, the main reason that I was doing these lives for 60 something days starting November 10th of last year was because exactly what you said. And so you're right. You want to be included how much, like when you talked about buying stocks in the Magnificent Seven. So I'll just give you some insight as to what it will look like. We will learn how to find the bargain stocks, the stocks that are still very valuable but underpriced, right? We will find the entry point, and you do that through technical analysis. But the first thing is fundamentals, right? You start with fundamentals. You figure out which companies have the highest probability of increasing in value, right? You get in based on technical, right? There are certain, if you look at a chart, a stock chart, there are certain areas on the chart, if you understand them, that show you the entry point, right? The best entry point. And you do, confluence, right? You make sure you use other technicals to make sure that your thesis is right. And then you set your alerts, you wait for the stock. You don't get in when that stock is high. We don't buy high and wait, pray that it goes higher. We buy low and sell high, right? Lower and sell higher. And so it's going to be about fundamentals, technicals, and then there'll be more technical stuff that we'll go over. I don't want to take up too much time here. Again, that announcement with the price will be made by Monday. Because I'm not just going to be the only one teaching, so I just need to get the I's dotted, T's crossed before I announce it. If I can't announce it on Sunday or this weekend, I will. It would be in my not my portfolio, my community tab. So yeah, so more about that. Again, the goal is to generate income. But when we talk about trading equities, we're talking about, offsetting maybe some bills. We're not talking about options and you can make, a lot of people think about AMC when it went, yeah, and people made thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars off of small investments. No, we're not trying to beat the system. That is really like going to Vegas or to Atlantic City or wherever and pulling a slot machine and, doing one of these. No, we're making strategic moves. These are things that I do. And that's why I even said to Jackie, it's okay to sell stock. Like I trade stock for income. I have portfolios, but I also, if I see an opportunity, I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to take this trip, or I know I'm going to Mexico and I want it to cover my, lodging, then I plan accordingly. So more about that coming by Monday during our 1-year anniversary celebration. And so let's get back to tonight's topic about, again, I want us to understand that there's nothing new under the sun. Just like a lot of people lost money during the Depression, there's a lot of people that made money. A lot of people became millionaires or wealthy leading up to, because they saw what was coming and they took action, or during and finding opportunity there. So this whole community is about all of that. It's making sure that we stay ready so we don't have to get ready. And finance, I noticed I hadn't really been talking a lot about that recently. And this is really how I started this channel. And so I absolutely want to make sure that I actually want to make sure that we stay ready in all areas, right? So let's talk about, your boy. Your boy who just did the deal with the drug companies. And so I'm going to quickly go over what it looks like happened and then share what it really means, right? I can't see the screen right now. If you have questions, don't forget to put it in the chat and with the Q in front of it. But let's just talk about oh, that's the wrong chart. Sorry, I pulled up the wrong chart. But you know what? Before I go to the other chart, let's just talk about this real quick. There's principles that I want us to think about during these chaotic times, right? And then we'll get to the smoke and mirrors that happened today. I want us to, one, stay calm during chaos. It doesn't make sense to get stressed out, to get overexcited. If there's something that you need to change, find a way to change it, right? Do yourself a favor and realize that fear is going to do you no good, right? Fear, oh, the world's coming to an end. Oh, this is going to happen. I don't have space for that in my life like that. If you can't control it, ignore it. Like if it's something that is so out of your control, get it off of your radar, right? Opportunity hides in fear. So we getting rid of that. Follow the flow, y'all. Follow the flow. The blueprint is there. See where the big money is moving and the people that are controlling the big money, especially the ones that are aligned with the people who are controlling the country. Pay attention to that. And there's certain things you could do, and we'll get into what that looks like. Be ready for opportunity whenever it knocks, right? So don't don't I don't know if this really aligns, but I remember my parents used to say, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. That may not even align. But what I want us to do is be in position, get information, right? And so when there is an opportunity for you to either have plan Bs, whatever those look like, it could be finances, it could be moving, it could be having residencies, other places, all the things we talk about, starting your business now because you see something is, it could be something related to what's going on in the country right now. Be ready for it, right? Also, understand the system, don't fear it. Understand it, please understand it. This is a system. All systems were created. All systems have a blueprint. Understand it. Understand it. Listen, we need to feel and know that we are creatures that can live in abundance as well. Not sell our souls for it, but that we attract it. And so things that we are sitting down, if you're sitting down watching Charlemagne the God talk about stuff that he should not be talking about, and you continue to watch it and you're yelling at the screen and you're like, oh, that don't make no sense. That's a waste of your time and your energy, and abundance is not going to find you there. Now, I'm not saying you may not see a quick clip of it. You see it, figure out how that makes you feel. If it's not in alignment for you to create the life that you want, to avoid the chaos and confusion, turn it off, turn it to something that's going to get you out of that space, get you out of that predicament. And then always understand execution, execution, execution. Action beats information each and every day of the week. Those of you who are in any of my courses, and I talked about it yesterday, there are people that have hired me to get their residency in Mexico. And I check up and it's like, oh no, I haven't like, I don't know, listen, if you want to pay me just to talk, that I'll take it. I'll take it. My goal is to get us ready for whatever is to come. And as we learned yesterday, if you didn't see the video yesterday, as I said last year, back in November or December, I think it was November, I can't remember, there will be massive changes with all of these countries to their lax residency programs because people are fleeing. Remember, over 90 something million people did not vote. At least half of those people are like, what the hell is going on? I'm getting out of here. And so the influx of people that's going on the other side of the borders, they're going to have to put newer restrictions and stipulations and barriers in place. Anyway, so again, action beats information each and every time. I am looking at how I can, especially during the winter months, form another community where it's all about money and finance. And we meet weekly. Right now, we have the Flawless community, and it's about all the things. And we meet actually, oh my gosh, we meet at 9:00. And we talk about all the things, the news, the emotions, the mindset, all the things. But I am looking to see how I can bring back the investing community that I had for years in a way that we meet once a week so that we can all hold each other accountable and get some of what is out here to get. Because the chaos, like I said, stay calm and just pay attention to the opportunity that's there. And also when I talked about, let me just clear this up. So I talk about equities and stocks, the companies, the Magnificent Seven. which some of those can be priced very high, right? Some of those, may be cost prohibitive for some people to invest. But there's also things called ETFs, which are exchange traded funds. And what they do, if AI is what you want to invest in, if cloud computing is what you want to invest in, if robotics is what you want to invest in, it's a conglomerate, right? A consortium of companies within that one ticker, and you can pick what those are. So if you really believe that Amazon is going to lead the way, but you don't necessarily just want to put all your eggs in that one basket, there are ETFs that have Amazon, that have Tesla, that have a consortium of the same sector of companies within that. And we're going to talk about that during our investing course as well. And when I was talking about the cryptocurrency versus the mining, infrastructure is always, I won't say always, a lot of times it's less risky than an individual thing. And so when I gave the example of the bridges, that's what I was kind of referring to. They're more conservative, but they're, of course, meaning less risky, but they can often pay off, especially in this world of AI and new technology. And so we're going to get into the last point, but I just really want to say that the whole purpose of the Gym Nation is I don't want us doing this alone. Like, I don't want to just come on YouTube and talk to you. Like, I want to create opportunities. I want to create areas, give you real insight, give you real blueprint, give you real opportunity to take advantage about what I'm talking about. It really does not make sense for me to come here and just talk to you and not knowing if anybody's doing anything. It doesn't. Like, I really prefer to help in that way at a more, granular level. And so again, within the description, I'm not even going to put it in the chat, but in the description, you'll see you can start off joining the school platform, our Rain Society school platform, and you stay in community. I'm active pretty much every day on that, but everybody else is too, like a lot of the people who are part of that. And until Tuesday, it's $100 for the year. After Tuesday, it will be like $29 a month. I think that I may be wrong. I have to look at the numbers, but it's somewhere around $24, $25, or $29 a month. But you can get it for $8 a month if you book before Tuesday. I'm going to keep it open through our anniversary. That's an easy way for you to become a closer part of the community. If you're in the Rain Society, which is still going on, that is our Maximize Assets, Grow Abundance leveled up. And again, the link is in the chat. You can read more about that. You get the school community complimentary if you're a part of the Rain Society. There's also the Flawless Family. I talked about that. We are meeting tonight at night. Every Thursday we meet. We also have once a month game nights with cash prizes and other prizes. We play bingo, trivia, the whole nine. It's a good time. We have a good time. That's the Flawless Family. I'm not sure if that link is in, but I'll make sure I put the link in the description for that. Again, if you are part of the Rain Society, you get the Flawless Family for 6 months. And yeah, I want us to feel safe as we navigate this new normal together. And it's not just me doing the teaching. We bring in other people. I have some amazing people that's on the deck to educate and inform us. That's part of the Rain Society. And again, the replays that are available are still timely. Every replay that you will see on my platform was designed based on everything that I keep coming and telling y'all. But sometimes, truth be told, sometimes I don't want to ever feel like I'm wasting my time or your time. Right? I want us to, and I appreciate everyone who's in here now. Let me see who's in here now. But I never wanted to feel like, will the workshop be on trading? Yes. So one of the workshops is on trading. Yes. We have, right. So we'll have multiple workshops. You were part of one of them. And then the trading one is going to be another one. Oh, goodness. Yeah, NVIDIA, let me tell you something. You have, for me, let me speak, not you, because you know I'm not an advisor, but for me, you got to sell. You got to sell and do whatever you need to do with the money. If it means making something less stressful, helping somebody out, donating, whatever that means, you should realize some of your gains. You don't have to hold everything like and never and look at it until you retire. No, absolutely. So congratulations, Jackie's journey. I'm so happy for you with that. Yeah, and so let me just finalize by going on to the last thing I wanted to talk about, which was the you know what I was talking about, the Ozempic thing. The Ozempic thing. And let me just find that. I have so many windows open, y'all. Y'all know how I do. Okay, here we go. So the messaging that they did around this, I just know so many people are getting hoodwinked and bamboozled. So the average person who is interpreting this new revised pricing on these drugs believes that Trump is fighting for cheaper drugs. They also believe that Big Pharma is willing to just take lower prices, right? They also believe Americans will save money. And they also believe that the government is working for the people. But you want to know the truth? A lot of people will not excuse me. A lot of people do not realize that it will not be affected by this at all. And we'll talk about why in a second. So people are hearing, oh, the drug prices are cut in half. No, drug companies agreed to sell to a small new segment at a reduced price. So it was a segment of the population that went and approved this drug before he got them, Medicare, to approve it. In return, they got access to a whole entirely new market, which was previously unavailable to them. These are the drug companies that, and it's Norvo. I'll get to that in a second. They also got protection from the tariffs worth more than the price cuts. You remember he was threatening the tariffs on these companies because of his new, pharma company. They also got regulatory speed to market advantages. And they will continue to maintain high prices for 90% of patients on commercial insurance. So the cuts are not for the masses. He also got political credit for fighting big pharma. So to the average eye, oh, this is a win for him. So even though he's making it seem like a win for everybody, the 90% of people who are on these commercially insured programs, who are patients of these insurance companies, will see zero benefit. So, and I like this analogy. The appearance is that David has defeated Goliath, David being Trump and Goliath being Big Pharma. No. David has actually made Goliath a mutually profitable deal where they both won. And people did not read the fine print, nor will they. Medicaid patients won't get it unless the state opts in. The companies that will benefit are Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk. Um, and like I said, Medicare seniors, which are 10% of the patients, will see a discount. Uninsured Americans will see a discount. But if you are insured, you won't. And listen, like I said, the rush to market is not a good thing to me in my book. Now, the last thing I want to pull up, and I hope I can do it quickly, is the crisis at NIH, which a lot of us are not paying attention to. Let me see if I could get one of these quick videos. Uh, I know TikTok usually has quick videos. So I don't know. So early in the year, listen, this is why I want us to pay attention. They canceled sickle cell research grants. Research grants for sickle cell. Now, it's not just sickle cell research grants. They are canceling the big C word grants. I'm trying to find one of the recent ones. Oh, you know what? I could do it this way. And some of the most prolific scientists and doctors are leaving because they're not getting anything approved, and or they're getting their funds severely cut or not. And when I say not approved, so let me put it in perspective. The scientists get huge grants and huge funds to do certain research. The research is being delayed to be approved, right? So you're supposed to send in certain things, get it approved, move on to the next phase. They are taking forever to approve or not approving those next phases at all. And the crazy thing is, if the money is not used by the end of the year, they use it. They lose it, excuse me. And so it is absolutely sickening that this is happening and there's not a whole bunch of hoopla around it. And so you think I want to take anything here that is being not really properly researched and or I'm trying to find the latest. I see a lot of early 2025s, but there's is this it? This it. Yeah, they're even cutting breast cancer funding. And or trial funding, I should say. And I can't find the latest one. So let me just national, let me spell it out because I just did NIH. National Institute of Health. There we go. Let's see what the latest video is. Okay. Oh, and did y'all hear like the October job layoff numbers are so incredibly high? It's absolutely horrible. Okay, here we go. Let me just share this. Oh, you can barely understand. I'm sorry. Okay, that's still an old one. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time. I want to get a. Okay, let's do this. This is from August. Let's do this one real quick. All right. Share. And it's just really sad that, more of us we're talking about the wrong things. And let me share. This is absolutely. Okay, here we go.
She's trying to figure out how cancer spreads across the body. David here is trying to cure HIV. And Rachel, she's trying to find new treatments for childhood brain cancer. Or at least they were.
The Trump administration has so far terminated more than $1 billion in grants for the National Institutes of Health.
It has fired over.
Did y'all hear that? This was back in August. More than $1 billion in grants back in August. We are now in November. And the cuts kept coming.
Over 1,300 employees, 1,700 canceled awards.
Wow. Thousands of scientists have been forced to freeze their life-saving research.
We've had all of our cancer-related research grants terminated.
I don't even know if my lab is going to exist next year.
This is a 4.58, almost 5-minute video. I'm not going to continue it, but I do want you guys to be aware that there are radical changes. Listen, can I just show y'all something real quick before we head out? Because I do have to head out. I'm just going to show you this real quick. And I did bring the box here because, can y'all see this? Hold on. So I've been making my own tinctures and my own essential oils, everything from black seed to oregano to calendula to the list goes on. And y'all ain't playing with me. Apricot seed, all the things. And so I want us, again, be about that action, y'all. I've been talking about health and wellness on this channel for a long time. I've been talking about the healthcare cuts. So I'm going to be filling these up. I'm going to be gifting these. And, you know, I may sell a couple. We'll see. We'll see. But, and I have boxes of that because I've been making the black seed oil for months now. So anyway, I just don't want us to live in chaos and fear anymore. I want us to take advantage of the things that are obvious to them, but not as obvious to us. I want us to stay off these platforms getting upset about what is happening. I want us to, again, just take advantage of the opportunities and follow the money during these times of chaos and see who's really profiting, because the blueprint is there. And so, like I said, all of the assets I'm going to outline individually in the description for anyone who's looking for additional help. The trading equities workshop will be announced no later than Monday. It's just opportunity here. And again, quite honestly, it has room to run. I know it has room to run. I can say that confidently. Even if they're like, today the stock market was down, if there's another down day, the stock market has to come down so that but we're celebrating 250 years next year, and there's room to run, and I'll just leave it at that. And so let me see if there's any more questions before we head out. Oh, hi, Miss P. Miss you too, Miss P. I miss you as well. I love my Gym Nation. I love my Gym Nation. If you are in here and haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit it. Also, do me a favor. If you're not a subscriber, I know we had one who, Quinta, came and announced herself tonight. That makes me so happy. Like I said, it doesn't take a lot. It takes one person to let me know that I have made a difference, and I will keep coming back. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care how many people show up. I will keep coming back. And so all my Flawless members, I will see y'all tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, again, the school community is available and open right now. Right now, we just have one. We have 3 levels. They're all on sale. You have the standard level, which is the communication level, and you're able to, me trying to remember things, and I got so much going on. It's just hard for me to do that. So let me just go ahead and read the different levels that we have. And so, if you go to the link. So we have the standard level. And right now, that's $8 a month. If you pay annually, you'll see the annual. You get to post in the community, weekly sessions, strategy sessions. We're just type, it's just posting, right? They're not really live. You have access to the free vault if you sign up before Tuesday, which includes a lot of stuff. And I have to list the stuff because I can't remember, but it includes a lot of stuff. And then you have the premium where you get everything in the standard plus access to the live workshops. That's if you sign up annually. And Flawless Members Community, you get that. You get you're part of the game night as well. And then the VIP, which is the Rain Society. And that's going to be on sale we only have 2 spots on sale because I'm actually making up the difference in that price. So you have 2 spots. So as part of the 1-year anniversary, I'm donating $1,000 to give $500 off for 2 people who sign up to be part of the Rain Society. These experts that we bring on get paid. Everyone, this is a paid society. Like, this is not really a for-profit, but we do look to grow it. And so those are the 3 tiers that we have right now. Let me see if I could put the link in. So if anybody and if you join at 1 tier and then you want to gradually go to another, then we offset whatever you paid. So yeah. So I will put the school society. But yeah, because again, we need 2-way conversations. I can't talk to y'all here. Like, I want to be able to talk to y'all and y'all to talk to each other. And so anyway, with that being said, let me go ahead and grab something to eat because I literally only have 25 minutes before we meet for the Flawless Society. I thank everyone for tuning in. Let's stay calm in the chaos, y'all. Stay calm and follow the money. Pay attention to their messaging. It's the messaging and the money. It will tell everything. It will tell the whole story. And it will give you a way to figure out your next best move. And so anyway, thank you, everyone. Have a good night. And I will see you. Oh, we're on tomorrow. I have to figure out what time, because since I'm not traveling, I will post it. If you're on the email list, I'll even send out an email, but I will post it in the community tab later on tonight what time I'm gonna go on tomorrow. But tomorrow, no, we're 11. We're 11 o'clock tomorrow. I'm sorry, we're 11 o'clock. It's Saturday. I didn't know what time. So tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going live. Then Saturday, I have to figure out what time. And then Sunday, I have to figure out what time. But Monday for the celebraciones, it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The 1 year anniversary is 8 p.m. on Monday Eastern Standard Time. Until tomorrow at 11, I will see you guys then. Bye.